Grand Teton National Park, a place like no other I had ever seen on Earth. You can see beautiful scenery like Mormon Row, the Grand Teton mountain range, and locations like Phelps Lake, Taggart Lake, and Jackson Lake, amongst other popular tourist spots. I have already made videos about Phelps Lake and Taggart Lake, so you will be able to watch them later if you wish to do so. This park is also home to some of the region's most wonderful wildlife, like this grizzly bear, grey wolves, or even mountain lions. During this video, I will be bringing you along with me on one of my adventures as I explore from Inspiration Point all the way up to the top of Hurricane Pass. First of all, check out my quick intro reel to see some highlights of the other adventures I've been getting up to, and if you are interested in any of the content you see here, please like and subscribe because it will go a long way to helping me grow my channel. I've almost reached my first 1,000 subscribers, so if you help me get to that mark, I will be very grateful. You can hike from the Jenny Lake Visitors Center around to Inspiration Point, but my brother, my nephew and I decided to catch the boat across Jenny Lake. This little boat launch was beautiful. The wooden structure was well designed to accommodate crowds, and the water around about the jetty was absolutely crystal clear. This boat service cost $20 US return per adult, $17 return per senior, or $12 return per child, but you can check all of the pricing information in the details down below. Okay, so I've just made it across Jenny Lake. I took the boat, and right near the dock we've seen this American bald eagle perched up on a dead tree. So if you can't see that now on the GoPro, what I'll do is I will switch to my phone and my camera here, and I'll get some video footage and share that with you now. So I've made it to Hidden Falls. You can see by all the tourists it's a very popular spot, and can you blame everybody? Look how amazing this is. Fantastic. So I've actually taken a step back, set up the tripod, recorded a few video clips where I'm shooting over the top of everyone's heads, and yeah, I'll show you what I've come up with. After taking lots of photographs of the amazing Hidden Falls, it was time to move on to Inspiration Point. We can go higher, so that's where I'm heading now. Trail's a little sketchy when we get up here. Welcome to Inspiration Point. G'day, little buddy. No, I haven't got any food for you. Don't bite me and don't give me rabies.
You would know about it.
It's actually illegal to feed the animals in the park, but I guess some people can't help it, and they end up feeding the animals, and then they hang around all the popular places where people hang out because they think they're going to get food. It's important not to feed wild animals because we don't want them learning bad habits that could potentially lead to aggressive behaviour. Okay, I am heading off on a solo adventure. This whole time I've been travelling around the park with my brother and my nephew, but I want to check out Cascade Canyon. Apparently you can follow it all the way up to the top of the mountain, so that's the mission now. I've got 6 hours and 15 minutes. We agreed to meet back at the visitor centre at 5 PM. Alright, let's get to this. The Grand Teton National Park website describes this hike as being very strenuous, taking somewhere between 12 and 16 hours to complete. However, I feel like I am slightly above average level of fitness for someone my age, and I did power up and down the mountain in around 8 hours, only really stopping for lunch at the top of Hurricane Pass and to take some video clips for this YouTube content. But yeah, you can see my heart rate averaged about 128 beats per minute, so I was moving along quite quickly. What? This place is insane. So good. I've been told that moose love to eat this kind of vegetation and hang around water, and you've got both elements in the same place at the same time, so this would probably be a popular moose grazing site. I have to keep my eye out for them and see if I can spot any. Unfortunately, I didn't see any moose on this hike. However, I did see one in Rocky Mountain National Park, which was absolutely fantastic. And I'm still pretty new to this videography game, so I don't have a lot of bells and whistles for my camera, I don't have all the high-powered lenses, and sometimes the animals were just too far away for me to get any decent footage, so I took the liberty of downloading a few clips for this content from a stock footage website for you all to enjoy. This trail actually isn't too bad. Once you get past Inspiration Point, the trail so far has been relatively flat. So yeah, but I think it climbs about 1,500 feet towards the end in a short span of time. I might have to do some scrambling, I'm not sure, but my goal is to get right to the end. Hurricane Pass is 10,338 feet above sea level, and from where I activated my Garmin at the top of Inspiration Point, I climbed 3,110 feet. The snow melting in the warm summer sun, turning into water and flowing down the mountainsides would eventually feed into the Snake River. This river is 1,735 kilometers long. It is the largest tributary of the Columbia River, in turn the largest North American river that empties into the Pacific Ocean. When I was heading out to Phelps Lake, I came across a hiker who said he'd seen a grizzly, and he was just kind of giving me a heads up. We never saw anything. Now I'm heading up the Cascade Trail, and I've just passed some more hikers who have told me there is a grizzly bear up here as well. So apparently on the other side of the river, on one of the hillsides in amongst that green vegetation, so I'll see if I can spot it, maybe grab a photo, who knows. Some advice I received for hiking in bear country was to carry bear spray, to always make noise out on the trails so the animals know you're coming, and if you do happen to come across an animal, stand your ground, don't run away from them because they will outrun you, so you're better off standing your ground, being confident, making yourself as big as possible and trying to intimidate them so they back away. From this angle, it's a little hard to tell which peak's which. I think this one here might be Mount Owen. I'm pretty sure Grand Teton is hiding over the back there. So, yeah, pretty cool. Up to this point, I had seen maybe 40 or 50 other people, but that was all about to change. I've done 4.5 miles. Hurricane Pass sounds like a lot of fun. Let's do that. So I just showed you all that signage. I'm pretty much the only hiker going on from this point on. There's been quite a few and up to this point, but everyone's turning back. So I'm on my own now. I better make sure I'm extra careful. Alright, let's go. Like always, there was so much beauty in these parks that I just wanted to keep getting my camera out and showing you more and more content. I'm curious to check out what these campsites are like. It's a bit of a diversion off my track, but let's go check this out. Bit of climbing, thick brush. Hopefully this isn't poison ivy. Not having hiked in America before, I was unfamiliar with poison ivy. I knew it existed, but I had never seen it before. It opens up into a clearing. I can see people would be able to pitch tents around here. Alright, cool. What? Look at that, the birth of a river. I've never seen that before. The snow forming a stream and then making its way down into the rivers. That's so cool. I haven't seen another hiker in ages, and it does feel a little creepy being out here by myself, just because I know what kind of wildlife is in this area. I've pretty much cut through the mountain range now and I'm at the back of the Grand Tetons. Awesome! That's a really shallow section of the river. I'd love to take a splash in that right now, but I'm on a time schedule. I still want to make it to the top. Maybe I'll get the opportunity up there somewhere, but that looks like it would be amazing. As I started reaching the mountain peaks, the trees started to thin out. Well, I have officially made it up past the snow line. That is ice down, that snow down below me there. I've still got about an hour of walking before I need to turn around and go back, so I'm going to keep pushing on and see how high I can get. This is so cool. I've never seen this before. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, I've seen streams feeding into our rivers, but I haven't seen the process from snow melting into streams, and there are so many streams feeding into this river, and you saw how impressive Hidden Falls was. I'm so glad I came up here. This is cool. I just thought I'd try and taste some of the snow. I dug away the surface layer that was dirty. I don't know if that qualifies, but this is pretty clean. Oh man, that's beautiful. I really needed some moisture. I have a hydration pack. I've been drinking water, but a little bit extra always goes a long way. Coming from Western Australia, I haven't really had the opportunity to see a lot of snow, so coming up here into the mountains, seeing the snow and seeing the rivers and streams was a real novelty for me.
I just want to talk a little bit about the shirt I'm wearing. I bought this shirt from a company called Spiker. They're a company in Australia. I'm not sponsored by them, but I'm loving this shirt. It's got these huge vents underneath the arms that are helping keep me cool, even though I'm up pretty high now in the mountains, well above the snow line. I'm still pretty hot from walking and hiking, so this is doing a pretty great job to keep me cool. Plus, if it throws it down, this actually dries out really quick. It's made of quick dry material, so check them out. I'm so close to Hurricane Pass now. I wanted to keep pushing through until I got there, but I'm running out of time. I told my brother I'd be back at the village at 5 o'clock. Told him to give me a half-hour buffer, like 5:30, and it's like, well, let's see, it's 2:30 now, so I've got about 3 hours max to get back to him before he starts getting worried. But I'm 14 k's in to my hike. I reckon I can double time it on the way back and still get there in a comfortable time for him to be happy. Sorry, Simon, look at this. Do you blame me? I've got to make it to the top. So close now. Look at that cliff up there, that's pretty awesome.
At this stage in the hike, I honestly thought I'd make it back to the agreed meetup location in time, but I was an hour late because heading down the mountain was more technical than I expected, and my brother was naturally worried because it is mountain lion and bear country, but in the end he was happy to see I was okay.
Okay, got a bit of an issue. I've got to cross this snowfield and I haven't got any crampons. So, let's see how I go. Jeebus. If I slip, at least I'll descend a couple of 100 feet rapidly. It'll save me having to walk down. Oh my gosh, just fell through the ice. I wonder if there's a way around this. I just fell through the snow, one step in. I wonder if there's a way around this. Oh my gosh. So, yep. Oh my gosh. The trail's here anyway. I was going to try walk across that. I think they could have done with some markers or something to show me where to go. Pretty handy having waterproof boots as well. More snow. Yay. Yeah, about halfway across now. The snow just really saps the energy out of you. Plus I'm getting higher as well, so I don't know what elevation I'm at. I don't even know. Oh man, I don't even know what elevation Hurricane Pass is, so, but I know I'm getting close. Oh, I'm not really suffering from altitude sickness at this stage though, but maybe that only kicks in at a certain elevation, I don't know. Well, this looks like an awesome place to go for a dip. It's going to be freezing, but I'm just going to go for it. Woo! Oh yeah! Oh, jeepers! Oh, that's fresh. Oh. As soon as I jumped in, that was instant pain. Felt like I was being stabbed by 1,000 needles all over my body. As soon as I got out though, it felt so good. I feel refreshed. Alright, let's get to the top of the mountain. Look at this. Amazing. I'm pretty sure that's Grand Teton there, so I'm back behind it now. Fantastic. I made it to the top. Oh, so glad to be back here. I'm behind Grand Teton. 17.5 k's. Took me 4.5 hours. Wow. That last mile and a half was the biggest struggle.
Hurricane Pass living up to its name, just listen to that wind.
Just making my way back down to snow field. Try to give you a bird's eye view. It's very slippery. Gold. This is a good place to recharge. This little stream. So good. I've been drinking a little bit of the running water over the last few days and I haven't had any issues, so I'm pretty confident. Alright, let's go. I really wanted to swim in this stream earlier. Not swim, it's shallow, but go for a dip. I didn't get a chance to do that though, because I was on a limited time schedule. If I had the whole day to do what I wanted, then I would have been in there for sure. Anyway, gotta keep going.
I did stop on the way back for a couple of quick breaks, which was needed, but I was already past my deadline to meet up with my brother as explained. And the other thing I need to mention is that the last boat leaves Inspiration Point at 7 PM, and for me that time was fast approaching, so I had to keep pushing.
Okay, I'm back to the start point. Took me 7 hours 53 minutes to do 34 Ks on the dot. Had an awesome time, and this is where I'm going to close out this video. Enjoy life, have a great time, and I'll see you all on the next adventure.